We have 25 marbles competing on our most dangerous marble track, and the survivors will face off in an epic battle. If you fall at any point, you are disqualified. And we are rolling 25 marbles competing down our most dangerous marble track where you could fall at any given time. The competitors lucky enough to survive this round will be competing against each other in a finale matchup. And it appears Circus got the early inside corner going into our first ramp. So far, every single marble surviving. Wait. I think right there was Yellow Jacket, and that is our first elimination. And we also have another marble falling out. And I believe that might have been Ocean Cat's Eye. And after that, Red Ranger appears to be in the lead now. But I think what's on the minds of all of these marbles is just completing the track in one piece. Now, there is a benefit to finishing in first place or the top 5 because in the bonus round, marbles will be positioned based on how they finish. So, for example, the first place marble will be positioned first, the second place marble second, and so on. So you'll be in a better position in the grand finale race the better you are in this race. The marbles slowly making their way down that white funnel now. So far, our competitors seem to be doing well with 2 DNFs that I've seen. And we have Serpent now in the slight edge, our winner of the Teamwork Racing Tournament. Being beaten there by Tallgrass Prairies, but still comfortably in the top 5, it seems. Red Ranger coming there at second, followed by Jungle. And Serpent's going to beat Coral Crusher there, coming in at 4th, Coral Crusher 5th. And further behind, we still have marbles coming down. Wait, I think I just saw Snowball there. Was not able to complete that turn. And that is our latest DNF. And in a track like this where you could fall at any time, it's kind of disappointing, especially for Snowball. He just ends up getting stuck. Marbles are now making their way down that catcher. Another problematic place because if there's multiple marbles that come in at the exact same time, like right here, one marble might have been able to fall off, but luckily all 3 were able to survive. The timing there was just perfect. And Jungle appears to have the lead now, but it's very interesting to see how these marbles have participated in this course before, so they know where and where not to go. But unfortunately for Rocky Mountain, he mistimed it and fell off the track. Our latest marble disqualified. Jungle still in the lead, coming in at first, followed closely by Serpent. And Red Ranger, the 3rd marble to go down that xylophone. And there on your screen is Yellow Jacket. And it turns out he did not fall on the ramp there earlier up. I thought it was him, but it turned out to be Twilight Twister. And I'm getting reports on the ground now that it was indeed Twilight Twister. It can be a little confusing because both of those marbles look exactly the same. We have Serpent now going down the 2nd xylophone into that blue funnel. And he's going to make his way up that next elevator. Marbles doing pretty steady so far. In the bottom there, we have Space Black, followed by Deep Blue. And those are the marbles in the bottom 2. But if they survive this course, then they will be in the Survivor finale. Serpent once again claiming the lead ahead of Jungle. And he's going to be first down that yellow funnel. Who's it going to be? Will it be Jungle or Red Ranger? It's close, but Red Ranger won that little battle there. The marbles especially have to be careful with staying focused while battling their fellow competitors, because if you make one wrong move in a dangerous part of the track, you are out for the rest of the race. And this is arguably the most dangerous part of the track that we're approaching, is that trampoline ramp. And in past races, we've seen a ton of marbles fall off this part. Serpent, thankfully, is able to stay on the track. And into that next section. Now going back to the ramp. Red Ranger, oh no! He is falling off and he is done. I thought he was doing so well up until that point, and Coal Crusher is now taking the top 2 spot for him. And Jungle, I did see him almost fall off there right before the camera panned, But luckily for him, he still survives. Lyman Dasher now going down, surviving that as well. And we have Serpent still taking the firm lead. Space Black in firm dead last. We have Dolphin beating out Deep Blue there. And we're going to keep a close eye on that ramp to see if more marbles fall off. But it's so far, it appears the vast majority survive. But I did hear a marble falling off there. I'm not sure exactly which one though. Glower Green though definitely saw that. And he is out as well. Serpent still surviving there in first place. Good thing in marble racing there's no blue shells, because he would certainly be a big target. Coral Crusher though staying firm in second place. And on your screen now, Tallgrass Prairies, Avalanche, Milky Way, and Lyman Dasher making their way up that tallest elevator. Serpent there clearing the big catcher ramp, and the second one into that blue funnel. Golden Viper and Yellow Jacket also surviving. And I can definitely tell a lot of marbles have been eliminated, but I feel like over half are still in. But there's still going to be quite a few obstacles these marbles will have to complete. The latest being that jump, where you have to time it accurately or else you can fall off the track. Marbles now slowly making their way down those big ramps. And there we have Serpent going into that yellow funnel. And as you can see there are two little jumps in that bottom area of your screen where the sky rail is, where the marbles have to go down a sky rail that is slightly lower. And I have seen marbles fall off there before, a bit, not frequently. You still have to keep your due diligence. And Serpent, I just saw him making his way up that elevator over there, and he is firmly in the lead. The only thing that'll really stop him now is if he falls off the track. And there is Serpent. I'm just wondering where Coral Crusher went, because he was in the top two. And Space Black, he is still surviving, and so is Deep Blue. And Sea Striker's there, making his way down that first drop, surviving. But Lyman Dasher dropping off the second one, and he's not going to survive. And there is Coral Crusher still surviving, but he's significantly farther than when I last saw him. Yellow Jacket successfully completing both drops. And there goes Golden Viper. I just saw him there on the elevator. And there goes Coral Crusher making his way down that maze. And pretty soon he's going to join the... Wait, what am I seeing here? It looks like Circus has stalled on the track. And he is going to be stopping traffic. So it appears that any marble that has not completed that drop in time is not going to continue. And you can see the traffic jam slowly bunching up. And man, what a big upset that those marbles are going to have to deal with. Because of one marble's misfortune, the other marbles are going to be stuck with them. And 4 marbles are stuck now. Nebula, Deep Blue, Sea Striker, and I believe that was Space Black. A huge upset there for the marbles that thought they did everything right, only to have it ruined by one marble that just had no more stamina. And Serpent, wait, yep, there he is. I thought he got stuck for a second, but Jungle and Coral Crusher still firmly in the top 3. And you can tell, especially after that stall, there are only a handful of marbles still remaining. Now the last challenge these marbles have is surviving that double trampoline just before that last funnel. And if they can survive that, they are in the survival finale. And there on the left of your screen is a stranded Tallgrass Prairies who can't help but watch as his fellow competitors complete the track. Man, that must be a very upsetting feeling as he can't do anything more. We have Serpent. And we have Serpent down below about to clinch the first place spot. Both him and Jungle having a good chance of surviving alongside Coral Crusher. And Serpent makes his way down the track, securing his spot in the survival finale. We have Milky Way there, as long as he can jump that trampoline. And yes, he does. Jungle securing his spot alongside Coral Crusher, and Yellow Jacket also survives, as well as Avalanche. I haven't really mentioned Avalanche that well. He just kept it low-key and understood the assignment. I shouldn't be saying myself too quickly. He needs to survive those double trampolines first. But if he survives those double trampolines, I feel like that was the best strategy, was to just stay low-key until the end, because he knows he has a much more important race to attend, and that will require a lot more effort. But he basically has his standing secured, and out of 25 marbles, only 6 survive, and our top 6 will be battling on another track for first. Who's going to take it? And the gates released, and we are off. Serpent in the pole position as he finishes first place. And I told you your final standing matters, as it's going to be crucial in this race. The marbles now battling in our first pinwheel funnel. Jungle, I thought he got the lead, but it was Avalanche and Serpent in the bottom 3. But he comes back at first. What an epic move there against Avalanche. And now our next pinwheel funnel. I don't know if it's the last or the second last. I did not see this track beforehand, so even I'm surprised. And we have Avalanche and Jungle in the top 2. And I see what the engineers did here. They made a brand new track on top of the existing one, and I feel like that really does spice things up. While Serpent did really well against the original track, he's not doing well at all in this modified one. And I feel like it's because this new track requires an entirely different mindset. And Coral Crusher is definitely benefiting, placing first. Jungle not doing too bad either, but can he beat out Milky Way and Yellow Jacket? Avalanche, though, sneaks through the window and beats both of them. Jungle and Serpent taking 4th and 5th, and Yellow Jacket coming in at 6th place. Today, 25 subscribers compete for first down the most dangerous track ever built. Not only are they running for first, they must survive all the track's obstacles or else they're eliminated. And here we are rolling with 25 subscribers. This track has more stunts than ever before, and in the past races, we've seen a ton of marbles DNF. And remember, if you fall off the track, you are out for the rest of the race. Or if you jump a good portion of the track, you are also eliminated. Looks like leading the pack right now, it looks like Aditi. He's the first one in that second funnel, but the marbles are coming down super quick as we head into that Jubilino maze. Aditi and Big Tuna Entertainment being the first, and now Gabriel Duarte being the first to clear the marble Autobahn, and he's going to be the first up one of our many elevators. And these elevators separate the action even more. So in that section before the first elevator, you need to get up close to first as quickly as possible to get the best chances, or else you'll have a really hard time coming back in the future. Now in that first white funnel, we have Gabriel Duarte fighting there with the Dudulix, but it looks like he's gonna keep... No, he's not. The Dudulix is going to take the lead, and Gabriel Duarte is right on his tail as we head into the second elevator. Lego Man 62 just being the marble, clearing that dish. The Solar Ball Encyclopedia now being the next one down. Got a little push there from Mr. Sports 6000. And joining the top two now is Game Reviews Double X. It's the first time I see him this far into the competition so far. And it looks like the Dudulix is still going to be keeping this lead. But a nice hit there from Gabriel Duarte as he seems determined to keep that lead back to himself. And joining them is Jake Selesky, just going down that red funnel. And it appears Gabriel Duarte, no! He almost had the lead there, but the Dudulix is going to be the first one down that spoon. And you have to really be careful of your timing here, because if you get down there right when the spoon is down, that's when you're going to fall off the track and you are disqualified. So far, most marbles are still keeping clear. But for Aditi, his luck has run out and he is now disqualified. And that's exactly what I mean, where you don't time it right and you fall off the track. Marbles continue to make their way down. And ooh, that was close from It's Henster, but he is still in it. The Dudulix looking untouched as he is still keeping that lead there into the yellow funnel. And man, Gabriel Duarte, he is just not giving up. Still holding on to second place, but we still have plenty of time for things to change up. Now in that green funnel, Alex Zhao being beaten there by Aqua Run 15. And back in front, the marbles going down the first xylophone. We brought these back after, I believe, 3 years. And man, does it feel good to hear those sounds again. The top two still remains unchanged. Game Reviews Double X still keeping on to third place, followed by Big Tuna Entertainment at fourth. And it looks like there we have Lego Man 62 at fifth. Looks like back in front, Gabriel's second place is being challenged there by game reviews. But he's still able to keep second place, it seems. Ooh, and he almost gets hit there in that blue funnel. But they're still able to make it down that elevator. And Gabriel's hoping that elevator is going to provide some separation between him and game reviews. And we still have the Dulix comfortably in first place now, I would say. And there he goes in that yellow funnel before the next Skyrail portion of this marble track. And now in the gray Skyrail, we have Zach Genie pushing Carson Schmidt there that got stuck earlier. He was so close to disqualification, and he really has to buy Zach Genie a beer after all this. But despite Zach's good intentions, it's still possible that either one of them could fall off before this race ends. And now Alex Zhao being pressured there by Aqua Run as they make that second xylophone. And now the marbles reach the trampoline catcher, arguably the most dangerous part of this track, because we've seen countless marbles fall on the ground from here. And we're going to see which marbles make it and which marbles don't. Gabriel Duarte still in the race there, as well as It's Henster. And we're going to be keeping a close eye on that area. And we have Dadulix seem to have extended his lead now. Game Reviews Double X right there going down, followed by Crunch Cookie 11. I believe it's the first time I mentioned him in this race so far. And Jake Zaleski appears to have fallen pretty far behind compared to the last time I saw him. And Zach Genie as well. They're really going to have to do a lot of work in order to catch up to Dadulix. And I just heard a marble fall in the background. Not sure who it is, but I just saw Dadulix having a firm second place in the tallest elevator of this track. And there we have the Solar Ball Encyclopedia completing that section, followed by Aqua Run 15. And we have the Dadulix making the Mr. Marble section of this track. And once the marbles clear those funnels, they're going to have to go down 2 ramps. As you can see, that ramp right after that red funnel looks pretty intimidating. If you're not familiar with these kind of stunt tracks, it'll certainly give you extra nerves. And that's the last thing you want when you're trying to fight for first place in a track where you could fall at any time. But the marbles are slowly but surely progressing in this race. And it looks like Gabriel's second place spot has been dethroned by what I think is It's Henster. But he's still nowhere near close enough to Dadulix to really make a difference. Big Tuna Entertainment now taking third. I have no idea where Gabriel ended up going. And wait a sec, is that Alex Zhao? I thought he was a little farther behind, but now he's way far ahead. And reports on the ground are suggesting that he jumped a significant chunk of the track on that trampoline catcher. And that will result in a disqualification. Remember, in this race, if you jump a small portion of the track, that's fine. But jumping a super large portion like that is illegal in this race. So unfortunately, Alex Zhao, despite being far ahead of everybody, including the untouchable Dadulix, he is now disqualified and his standing will not count. Dadulix still doing fine in that red funnel. And we have Aqua 115 now, just completing that blue dish. Still a couple marbles left in that Mr. Marble section. And we have Alex Zhao still thinking that he's the king of the world and he's about to win this one. And nobody's told him he's been disqualified yet. He's going to get a big upset from the officials once he finally crosses that finish line. And after Dadulix cleared it, that red funnel's looking slightly more populated. And Gabriel really struggling to keep up the pace. And there's Alex Zhao still thinking he is brave and strong. Crunch Cookie 11 now making his way down. Ahead of him is Big Tuna Entertainment and I believe Mr. Sports. And there we see Dadulix still hanging out by himself. I think a lot of the competitors are now knowing he's untouchable. Now they're just hoping they'll DNF at some point. And there I saw Ethan's marble races going down that one little step, almost falling, but he was able to keep his balance and stay in this race. Dudulix surviving that balance beam. And right ahead of him appears to be a battle for second. And it appears Gabriel is still in it for second. If he can't get first, he's definitely going to treat second as first place at this point. And just now, Alex Zhao crossing the finish line, finally getting that bad news from the organizer. And now from what I'm hearing, he's arguing with the official that it was a clean finish because he crossed the finish line. But he refuses to acknowledge that he ended up jumping the track. But the rules are the rules. He has still DNF'd. And now we got Gabriel. He looks like he's still getting second place, but no, he's not anymore. There was one other marble that was able to beat him, but I need to see exactly who. But he is applying significant pressure there on Mr. Sports, going down that loop. And hopefully for him, he'll be able to take some more action in these final two funnels of this race. And Ethan's marble races seems to be in last place at the moment, but it's way better than a DNF, and it's good he saved himself there from falling on that step. And Dudulix has officially clinched first place, as no surprise to anybody, but a huge congratulations for keeping that massive lead and even extending it until the end. And man, one of the times I wish I had blue shells in marble races. Crunch Cook 11 looks to be securing second place, and from what I'm seeing now, Gabriel might not even make the top 3 anymore, unless he somehow beats Mr. Sports and Big Tuna Entertainment. And Big Tuna Entertainment taking third place. Mr. Sports at 4th. Can he at least get 5th? No! Game Reviews Double X jumps the funnel and comes in at a surprise. Now that's perfectly legal because it was just a shortcut. Alex Zhao cut a large portion off the track, and that's why he was disqualified. Polish Hammer coming in at 8th place. I believe that's the first time I bring him up in this race. Jake Zaleski looks to be clinching 9th, and yes, he does. We have Zach Genie 2001 fighting to not place last, going down those trampolines, and it looks like he's going to shortcut into all those competitors and place 11th. So that's not too bad for him at all. Lego Man 62 coming in at 12th. Kenzo, the winner of my Marble Audubon giveaway, coming in at 13th. And now looking to place 14th is Hosea. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that correctly. And he's going to be placing 14th. Ethan Marbles still hanging on, but unfortunately he's going to be placing last, it seems. Yeah, he was hanging out way too much in that blue funnel, not giving him enough time to attempt to pass the Solar Ball Encyclopedia, who will be placing 16th. And Ethan's Marble coming in at 17th, which means out of the 25 competitors, 8 fell victim to the stunts of this brand new marble track. And once again, a huge congrats to Dudulix for that massive lead and being unstoppable to the finish line.